Thank you all very much for coming today. I'm State Representative Martina White. I'm from Philadelphia. And we are taking this moment in this year of 2018 to recognize all the accomplishments that women have made to Pennsylvania since its founding. This year is extra special because it is the 300th anniversary of when Hannah Penn, and you'll see her picture right here, when Hannah Penn took charge in leading Pennsylvania. In 1718, when her husband William Penn passed, she became the sole proprietor of Pennsylvania, leading its people as the first female governor. Throughout history, women have overcome many challenges with grace and grit. They embrace leadership roles and have given us all a legacy to live up to. Here are a few stories of incredible women from our past that I'd like to share with you. Lydia Dara. She was an Irish immigrant who served as a spy for George Washington during the Revolutionary War. British soldiers took over her family's home, and she actually eavesdropped on their meetings in order to convey information to the Continental Army. Imagine the danger that she put herself in to help further the revolution. Then there was Lucretia Mott, who moved to Philadelphia with her husband in 1811. Mott was an active voice in the abolitionist movement who worked on the Underground Railroad and later founded the Female Anti-Slavery Society, as well as Swarthmore College, which she insisted would allow women students. Mary Johnson Ambler. After the Great Train Wreck of 1856, Ambler walked 2 miles to bring medical supplies to the injured. She even converted her home into a makeshift hospital, and because of her rescue efforts, the train station and later the borough were named after her. Ambler, Pennsylvania still exists in her memory today. All of these women took the challenges in front of them and helped others. They helped pave the path that we walk today. Success comes in many forms. Some are faced with major events like the revolution. Others inspire and nurture the next generation through education or philanthropy. We are fortunate to have so many amazing women with us today in this very room. I'd like to invite my guests to the front so that I can take a minute to acknowledge their accomplishments. Is Susan Thompson here? Susan? Come over here. I'm going to talk about this. So, Susan has been just an incredible person in my community, and I'm very grateful that she has come here today to join us. Susan Thompson, she graduated from the University of Pennsylvania, and she immediately began teaching. After 7 years, she returned to the University of Pennsylvania to become a certified guidance counselor. She served as a counselor at Esperanza Charter for 3 years and moved to Friar Charter High School as a dean, and eventually was appointed to the head of academics. She joined the Philadelphia School District as an instructional leadership coach. In the spring of 2016, Ms. Thompson was appointed the interim principal at George Washington High School in the Northeast. She has dramatically improved the student and academic environment there, and I'm very happy that she is leading the way for the only public high school in my district. We are very lucky to have her. Thank you very much, Susan. We're very grateful for your service. This is for you, young lady. We're very proud of you, and we just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for our community, for the Commonwealth, and for our children. So congratulations. We're really very appreciative.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. And then I'd also like to ask that Sharon Snyder please come to the podium. Sharon, hello. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I'm going to share a little bit about Sharon. Sharon Snyder, in 1998, after 8 months of bravely battling leukemia, she lost her first son, Kyle Samuel Snyder, when he was only 2 years old. To honor his memory, she started raising money for a memorial fund. She then started the Kisses for Kyle Foundation to support and comfort other families whose children are battling cancer. They assisted with everything from mortgage payments to Uber rides to get their children to treatment centers. And in 2018, they have helped nearly 1,000 families. So thank you so much, Sharon, for your efforts. We are very, very grateful. This is for you. Council Representatives, we just want to present you with this in recognition of Mel and all female Pennsylvanians, but of the work that you've done. So thank you. All right, yes. So today, you are representing all of the women from your community, and together we are representing women from all across Pennsylvania. Those of you being recognized today have really interesting stories and have lived lives bigger than yourselves. Your special contributions to society and to the world we live in are what make you a wonderful array of people to accept these plaques on behalf of all women across the Commonwealth. Your stories of success are a small sample of what women are capable of in a world that challenges us constantly. So I'm going to start asking each of the representatives here today to come up and introduce their guests to talk for a few minutes about these women that they've invited and those of you who are going to be recognized. So first, I'd like to invite Tom Mahaffey. Okay, great.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. If I could invite my guest, Wendy Lorenzo, to come up. So, and I want to thank Representative White for putting on this and doing this and encouraging us to do this. This was a great platform to recognize some of the great women right here in Pennsylvania. But when I sat down and I met and I received her email, it was great because my staff was with me at the same time, and I said, what do you guys think? And I think we all simultaneously said Wendy Lorenzo. So I want to say a little bit about what Wendy's done and the hardship she's gone through, but what she's done to turn that hardship around and turn it into something positive. So as I said, when we talked about it with my staff, and I said, what better woman to ask than Wendy Lorenzo to step forward as for the 106th District to be our Woman of the Year. Wendy's story is a heartbreaking one, and it's one that's not uncommon amidst the growing opioid and heroin epidemic gripping our state of Pennsylvania and our nation. Her daughter, Elizabeth Lorenzo, died of an heroin overdose laced with fentanyl. In the days following Liz's death, Wendy and her family received an outpouring support of her community. Now, I live right near Wendy, and I can tell you, I watched this on Facebook and throughout our community, and it was a huge support. And when you see something like this and you see people in your community really want to help out, and do these things, it's tear-jerking. And in the days following her death, a lot of people reached out to Wendy, and they said to her, thank you for sharing this, because a lot of times when there is a death in the family, you don't really say that it's what it's about or what it was, but she put it out there. She put it on the front page, and she said about it on Facebook and other ways that really led to where she's going today. So in that, she made a brave decision to turn grief into action, and she established the Elizabeth Lorenzo Eye Care Foundation in Liz's memory. This is not only promotes public awareness and education, but it helps those who have addiction problems, depression, anxiety, alcoholism, and other social disorders. Eye Care stands for compassion, advocacy, recovery, and education. The foundation assists parents and those who have lost loved ones through addiction, and in their time of need, she is there for them. So thank you. In the first week, the foundation went live on Facebook, and they had over 1,400 likes and followers. Today, it's over 5,000. Pretty incredible. In the face of grief, Wendy chose to make a positive difference. Through her work, she is saving lives, providing crucial support and awareness to those affected by the opioid crisis. She's a true inspiration of the 106th District and to the hundreds of individuals her foundation has helped. In honor to recognize Wendy Lorenzo in conjunction with the Year of the Woman, I'd just like to say thank you for all you've done. And I know it's tough sometimes, but you are doing a fabulous job. Wendy's become a close friend, and we've been working extremely close to help those fighting opioid addiction. And I can tell you, she is stronger than any woman I've ever met. And I just want to say thank you for what you're doing. A lot of people say, what are you going to do about opioids and where you're going to go? And I said, I'm teaming with Wendy Lorenzo. That's what I'm doing. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you to all of the legislature for your help.
Oh, you're welcome. I'd just like to present this to you. Have your day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good? Okay. I just want to make sure everybody got a picture.
The next representative that we'd like to invite to come forward is Representative Carolyn Comita.
Thank you, Martina. Representative White. When I also got the email about this wonderful idea of celebrating the Year of the Woman, I said we definitely have many women to celebrate in the Westchester area. I represent the 156th, which is a good portion of Westchester and Chester County. And I am so delighted that 3 of the amazing women in my community are here today. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about each of them and invite them to come up individually. First, I'd like to introduce Michelle Sanchez. Michelle, will you come up? Michelle is the executive director of the Chester County Fund for Women and Girls, which seeks to ensure that women and girls have resources and opportunities to thrive. In this position, she has utilized the Blueprint Report, which is the first and only comprehensive needs assessment of women and girls in Chester County. Understanding the needs of women and girls is central to Michelle's position as executive director. Her thorough understanding allows her to make critical decisions about the best way to use grant funds. The Grants Allocation Committee has directed over $2 million to 60 nonprofit organizations and has been described as life-changing. The mission of the Chester County Fund for Women and Girls says that we lead and unite the community through philanthropy and advocacy to ensure that women and girls have resources and opportunities to thrive. Women and girls will have equality and security, making our communities stronger and more vibrant for everyone. Chester County Fund for Women and Girls is seen as a vital partner and leader, known for its boldness, connectivity, and creativity as it brings together and supports individuals and organizations around a shared commitment to the well-being and self-determination of women and girls. And as we know, when women and girls rise in the community, the entire community benefits and rises with us. Michelle, thank you so much for your leadership today and in the future.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thank you. Next, I would like to ask Suzanne Adams to come up and stand with me. Suzanne is the board chair of the Westchester Food Co-op. Hi, Suzanne. Welcome to the Capitol.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being here. The Westchester Food Co-op, our mission, I am a member, I was one of the founding members of the Food I know a good idea when I see one. The Westchester Food Co-op's mission is promoting the well-being of the people of Westchester by promoting healthy and mindful eating and improving access to sustainably produced food, helping those in need to secure quality food, advancing sustainable and humane agriculture, supporting local farms, and strengthening our community through cooperative enterprise. The Westchester Food Co-op's goal is to open a member-owned, full-service grocery store in the borough of Westchester within walking distance of about 20,000 people, including our wonderful students, our seniors, and so on. Suzanne formed the co-op because she wanted to have more control over food choices that are available to us in our community. A co-op grocery gives its member owners the ability to build a more local, transparent food system and contributes to the health and vitality of our community. Suzanne, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
I would now like to invite my constituent and my friend Michelle Roberson to join me at the podium. Michelle resides in Westchester, Pennsylvania, where she raised her two beautiful children. While raising her two children, Michelle went back to school and obtained her nursing degree. Michelle was the mother of Michael James Rowley, who died on October 2013 of a massive heart attack at the young age of 22. This heart attack was due to complications of muscular dystrophy. Michelle was also the very proud and loving mother of Bianca Nicole Roberson, who 2 weeks after graduating from high school was savagely shot in the head in a road rage incident at the young age of 18. After her tragic loss, Michelle founded the Bianca Nicole Merge with Mercy Foundation. Creating this foundation has given Michelle a new purpose in life and has helped her with her losses, again turning loss and grief into action and a legacy for both of her children. The mission of the Bianca Nicole Merge with Mercy Foundation is to empower and reach out to communities and youth about the impact of gun violence. They focus, Michelle and the foundation focus, on providing emotional support, educational assistance, advocacy, and ongoing outreach initiatives. Michelle, I thank you for your courage, your leadership, and your friendship to me and to so many in the community. And thank you for all you have done to this point and are going to be doing for our children to keep everyone safer and make a better community for all. Thank you.
I'd now like to invite Representative Becky Corbin to speak.
Thank you, Martina, Representative White. I'd like to ask my awardee, Pat Enser, to please come up to the front. Those of you who know me know of my affinity and support of the law enforcement community, and what I'm about to speak to you about this woman, Pat Enser, just is along those very lines, and I'm so proud of her and proud to be her friend. In 1971, while working for the Chester County District Attorney, Patricia West Enser was offered the position of security officer at what was then Westchester State College, now known as Westchester University. While serving in that capacity, Ms. Enser had the opportunity to attend the Law Enforcement Academy in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Upon her graduation from that academy in 1973, Ms. Enser was sworn into service as the first fully accredited female police officer in Chester County. Over the next 15 years, she worked tirelessly to protect and serve the Westchester University community. She proudly remains a member of FOP Lodge 11, as I do, in Westchester, Pennsylvania, and she's very active in every function they have and everything they do for the community. Patricia Enser certainly deserves to be recognized not only for being the first sworn female police officer in Chester County, but also for the years of service she has provided in keeping our community safe. I can't think of a more deserving woman to get this award, and I'm proud to have Pat as my constituent and my friend. So congratulations, Pat.
Thank you.
A smile for John Bailey. Good? Yeah. You good?
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Here you go, Tanya.
Partner, yeah, I stumbled into the door. We'll have a story later.
I'd now like to invite Representative Lee James to speak.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Morning, everyone. I was actually kind of tickled to get the memo from Representative White because I thought, oh, I know just who to invite. And my second thought was, gee, I wish I'd thought of that myself. So congratulations. This is a really good idea. To prove that geography does not bother us here from all over the state, I know we have women who are active in their communities and doing important work. I'd like to, and I have two nominees. I would like to invite Brenda Carl up. If you would, please, Brenda. Make a little room for you there. Thank you so much for coming down. Brenda is a friend too, but I'm going to read her sort of curriculum vitae here so you'll understand why I'm impressed with what Brenda's been able to do. And the light isn't great in here, but let me say that we have a local college. It's now a university, Clarion University. Brenda is a graduate of that, and I won't say the year, but she's had some excellent training and excellent experience in the nursing field. Most recently, she has served the Pennsylvania Department of Health in the Northwest District as a public health nurse, but she had other important jobs with both the UPMC organization and also a nurse manager with a doctor in Franklin, PA. As a graduate of Clarion University, she was recognized recently as a distinguished alumna, from Clarion University, and immediately following that, the entire county recognized what a wonderful job she was doing, so she was nominated and voted the Outstanding Citizen of the Year in Venango County. Congratulations. She's actually been at this job now for about 28 years. Recently in Oil City, some of her volunteer activities include working with the Oil City Salvation Army. We have a shortage, as many communities do, in the dental practice area. And she was instrumental in establishing a dental practice through the Salvation Army in Oil City, and literally started from 0 clients, and now I think they have, the dentist there told me he has 10,000 clients. I think that might be an exaggeration, but maybe it isn't. It's amazing. So all those folks that are now being taken care of, it's largely due to Brenda's efforts. Also, I'm very proud of the volunteer work she did in 2011. I think that probably led to her Citizen of the Year award as well. She went to Haiti, and she was a volunteer registered nurse at the Pediatric Intensive Care Hospital, the hospital in Port-au-Prince, which I believe is the capital. And not only did she volunteer to help the children and the victims of the hurricane that had grown through there, she also stayed extra time and trained some of the local nurses and brought up their skills as well. So everything that Brenda has done for both her community here and also overseas deserve to be recognized, and I'm very proud to present Brenda Carl to you for your adulation.
You're welcome.
Come on over here, we'll have a picture. There you go. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. I have a second nominee who unfortunately was unable to be with us. I'd still like to read a few things about former Senator Mary Jo White. Senator White is originally was a Chicago resident and attended law school in Pittsburgh, where she met her husband, and eventually they both set up a law practice in Venango County. She went on to serve as the chief counsel to Quaker State Oil Corporation. It no longer exists. It's part of, I think, Exxon now, but she was renowned for her knowledge of the oil industry and also land issues too. I'd like to read a few other issues of interest. Let's see. From 76 to 95 was when she served as Vice President of Environmental and Government Affairs at Quaker State. She was known as the go-to person in that entire corporation for all issues environmental, and I think she tangled with the DEP down here from time to time too. I don't know if she won every battle, but she wasn't afraid to stand up for the folks in the oil patch. University of Pittsburgh bestowed a Distinguished Alumni Fellow Award. She went to University of Pittsburgh Law School, as I mentioned before, and they are very happy, and she and her husband have set up a foundation or a trust specifically to be used for scholarships and so forth at that university. She currently serves as on the Board of Trustees of the State System School, Slippery Rock University, and is very active there. And also, we have north of I-80, Pennsylvania did not, to my knowledge, have a community college for all these years. And that college is up and running now, thanks largely to her efforts. I think maybe the first class starts this month or started last month. And we're very proud of her accomplishments there, and so is she. I wish she were here to meet you all. Unfortunately, she is not, but she does send her regards, and I'd like to take one of those plaques home for her. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Martina. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. I'd now like to invite Representative Kristen Phillips Hill to speak.
Good morning. And Martina, thank you so much for organizing this recognition event. I would like to ask Missy Schweitzer and Elaine Miller to come and join me at the podium. These two women are exemplary, and their lives, their families, and their advocacy are inextricably linked, and you'll understand in just a few moments. They are truly outstanding women, and I've had the honor of knowing them and the privilege of calling them friends for many years. The tragedies that drew them together have transformed them into strong advocates for organ and tissue donation, as well as improving our laws to prevent impaired driving. These two women are a force to be reckoned with, as are most women from Southern York County. You can thank them and their advocacy for the interlock law that we have, because they were very instrumental in having it signed into law. Missy Schweitzer is a traffic safety specialist with the Center for Traffic Safety in York County. Missy's son, Zach Schweitzer, died 10 years ago on Thanksgiving at the tender age of 20. He was an incredible young man, and I consider it a privilege to have known him. Missy's son was killed by a drunk driver. For the Schweitzer family, transition in the midst of grief began almost immediately when Zach's donated organs saved the lives of 6 people. Missy's work with the Center for Transportation Safety is focused on reducing impaired driving. And as Missy and Elaine will tell you, their work is so that no other family has to experience the pain and loss that they have felt. Elaine's story and passion is very, very similar. Her son Rodney was an outstanding public service and really an incredible human being. He served as our Loganville Volunteer Fire Company chief, and 5 years ago, he was killed by a drunk driver while directing traffic around an accident that was caused by another drunk driver. Before his death, Rodney was registered as an organ and tissue donor, and his life carries on in the bodies of those who received his organs. Elaine and her husband, Paul, are founding members of Pennsylvania Parents Against Impaired Driving. Their website, in case you want to check it out, is www.papaid.org. It is ironic and very fitting that both Zach and Rodney, as in life, are united in death and rest on one of the most beautiful hillsides in Southern York County together. For today's reception, I didn't have to give Missy and Elaine directions to make it to Harrisburg, nor did I have to tell them how to find their way here. They really know their way around this Capitol. And their advocacy has brought them here, as I said, many, many times before. Their advocacy extends not only across the Commonwealth, but back home in York County just a few weeks ago. I had the most profound experience that I've had as a legislator when I attended the Victim Impact Panel. We have a DUI treatment court in York County, and our goal is to rehabilitate people who drive impaired so that they don't ever do it again. And Missy and her husband Mark and Elaine and her husband Paul, they come once a month and they tell the story of their sons, their lives, the incredible contributions they made, and their tremendous loss that they have felt. And I have to tell you, I went through a box of tissues just sitting there, and I thought that I was going to be brave and I was going to be able to get through it. I have never, ever experienced anything like this. They are so committed to making our communities, our county, our Commonwealth safer for all of us. I really applaud the choice that you have made to serve as a light in the darkness and as a voice of the people. And I am incredibly, incredibly proud to present to you Missy Schweitzer and Elaine Miller.
I'd now like to introduce Representative Marcy Topol.
Hello, everyone. First, I'd like to thank Representative White for introducing the resolution recognizing 2018 as the Year of the Woman, and I was proud to co-sponsor that resolution. I'm standing back there listening to all these stories, and what a great group of women, dynamic women, and I want to congratulate each one of you on your award today, your well-deserved award. I'd like to invite my friend and constituent Peggy Lee Clark to the podium. Peggy currently serves as the Executive Director of the Pottstown Area Industrial Development Corporation. In fact, she has her little Pottstown pin on today, constantly promoting Pottstown. Previously to joining PAID, she held the position of Executive Director of Government Relations and Special Projects and was the assistant to the president at Montgomery County Community College, and that's where I first met Peggy. Peggy is a whirling dervish of energy and activity, usually on 4-inch heels, right?
They're short today.
But typically she'll have some spike heels on. She usually doesn't, you're not seen without them. But I've never met such a ball of energy. We met and we started the Legislator in Residency program at Montgomery County Community College, and as an outgrowth of that, we had discussions about how few women are involved in government, so we started the mentoring program, which is still in place today, where young women come to the Capitol to shadow legislators and talk to females that are in positions of, all different positions in the state government, to get them aware of careers that are possible in state government and just to become more educated about what we do in Harrisburg. She came to the administration at the college from faculty ranks, and Miss Lee Clark was a full-time faculty member who taught a variety of courses in the disciplines of marketing and management. Prior to working in higher education, Ms. Lee Clark had a successful 20-year career in the hospitality industry, working with such highly regarded establishments as the William Penn Inn, King of Prussia Holiday Inn, Eagle Lodge, a conference and event management site in Lafayette Hill owned by Cigna Corporation. And in addition, she oversaw training, development, and operations for 3 restaurants and opened a 4th for a restaurateur in Montgomery County. The Montgomery County Board of Commissioners appointed Ms. Lee Clark to the Montco Works Workforce Development Board in 2017 and to the Montgomery County Commission of Women and Families in 2018. Lee Clark received a Teaching Excellence Award in 1996 from Montgomery County Community College and was inducted into the college's Alumni Hall of Fame in 2007 for her many contributions to the college and the community. She was recognized in 2005 by Governor Rendell for prevention of alcohol-related incidents in Pennsylvania, and in 2016, she was presented with the American Association of University Women Lansdale Chapter's Gateway to Equity Award. Lee Clark holds an associate's degree in hospitality management from Montgomery County Community College, a bachelor's degree in organizational management from Eastern University, and a master's certificate in strategic leadership for women, and a master's degree in strategic management from Rosemont College. So she's using all this background now, and she's a force for economic development in Montgomery County and in Pottstown in particular. Congratulations, Peggy, on this well-deserved award.
Thank you.
And last but not least, Representative Perry Warren. I'd like to have you come up here and speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Representative White, for your resolution, which I co-sponsored, designating 2018 as the Year of the Woman, and for holding this wonderful event and in allowing us to invite our constituents to the Capitol today. I am proud to welcome two constituents from my district, District 31 in Bucks County, the communities of Lower Makefield Township, Morrisville Borough, Newtown Township, and Yardley Borough. Two outstanding business leaders. First, I'd like to welcome up Eileen Steele Slezak. Hi. Thank you. So, Eileen and I first met when we were preteens, when she delivered a newspaper to my grandmother's screened-in porch. And she has been a business person working in largely in a man's world ever since she was delivering the newspaper for, I believe it was the Bucks County Courier-Times. And now she is the owner and manager of Rick Steele's Golf Services in Newtown, and that's Golf, G-U-L-F. It's a gas station and service station located at the gateway to Newtown. In addition to managing that business, through which she has created jobs, so many of the members of our community from the Council Rock School District, students at Council Rock North, have gotten an introduction to work life by working under Eileen Steele Slezak at the Rick Steele's Golf Services. And the downside of that is they're never going to have a better employer or a better mentor in their lives. It is a pleasure to stop by there and see people from our community every day. But in addition to launching or running that three-generation business now, Eileen serves the community by teaching CCD classes, by organizing the Shamrock Girls, which provides services to people battling cancer in our community. She is an inspiration to women everywhere, including her daughters, Emily and Carly. Carly's here today. Carly actually worked as an intern with Representative Kevin Boyle over the summer. And to daughters like mine, one of my daughters, Rebecca, is here thanks to Hurricane Florence having closed her college in Virginia. So we are proud to represent the community in thanking Eileen Steele Slezak and welcoming her here to the Capitol to celebrate this, the Year of the Woman.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm also delighted to welcome Heather DePreto. Hi, Heather. Hi, thank you. Heather DePreto and I met more recently, just over a year ago, at a ribbon cutting in Yardley when Heather had first launched her business, Yardley Living Magazine. She has been so successful, having first launched that magazine, that she now has a second magazine, Newtown Neighbors, serving another part of our district, and serves as the president of the Yardley Business Association. We met a little over a year ago. Now I see Heather virtually every week at one community event or another. She is out there. She is a tremendous presence in the business community and in the life of our community in the 31st District. But in addition to her business success, she serves on the Yardley Harvest Day Committee, which is actually, Yardley Harvest Day is actually scheduled for this Saturday, and we're hoping Hurricane Florence doesn't visit us in Yardley on Saturday. And the Development Committee for Potential Inc., a nonprofit organization that assists people with autism, including Heather's son, 12-year-old son, Jimmy. Heather also has a daughter to whom she serves as a role model, as she serves as a role model and an inspiration to all of us in our community. And I'm so proud to have Heather DePreto here today and welcome her here to the Capitol to celebrate this, the Year of the Woman.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So thank you so much to the representatives for inviting all of these amazing women here today. It was inspiring to hear all of your stories. And I'd also like to thank Representative Mike Driscoll for joining us here today as well. We appreciate all of your support for the Women of the Year. To commemorate this occasion, I, along with my colleagues in the House of Representatives, have introduced a resolution recognizing 2018 as the Year of the Woman. To all the mothers, nurses, teachers, first responders, and all the women who are making a difference in Pennsylvania, we thank you. Continue the incredible work that you're doing, and future generations will remember the impact you've made today. Thank you so much. Please enjoy some light refreshments if you haven't already. And thank you for your incredible work. We are so proud of you and look forward to seeing more of the work that you do. Take care. And before you all go, if all of the women who have received an award today would like to come forward, we're going to get a group photo with all of the representatives as well.